Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Zane. Today I'll be making an updated video on Orchid. Orchid offers a decentralized VPN as a service that connects the individual internet users to a global pool of bandwidth providers. So these bandwidth providers can stake Orchid to share their surplus bandwidth, acting as a network node. So the list of the node is stored on Ethereum smart contract that is decentralized and accessible to anyone in the world. That's impressive in itself. I do like that. Payments for bandwidth is done entirely with an ERC20 token called OXT. To use Orchid, users need OXT and the Orchid app and a Web3 crypto wallet. Orchid refers to the entire project as well as the token OXT and the network. Orchid's vision is to build open source software that keeps the internet accessible to everyone, everywhere. So there are two parts to Orchid, just to make it clear. The app is the first one. The Orchid app is a peer-to-peer VPN tool that allows users to use internet privately and securely. All browsing data and history will be private using the Orchid app. Learn how to download the app on the how do you download the app and use Orchid. Now guys, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes. So the Orchid token, OXT, is a cryptocurrency that runs on the Ethereum blockchain. OXT is used to pay for the VPN service that Orchid provides from anywhere in the world. You can buy and trade OXT on Coinbase. Some cryptocurrencies may not be available in some regions. Please see this help page for more. So I'll leave a link to these articles. I'll leave a link to these articles in the description so you guys can check it out for yourself. But how does Orchid work? That is a good question, am I right? How does Orchid work? Very good question. Orchid uses decentralized service to run on the Ethereum blockchain. You will be charged per IP packet using a unique innovation from Orchid called probabilistic nanopayments. This means you'll only be charged for the bandwidth you use. Nanopayments are part of an off-chain system that allows all Orchid participants to exchange values without paying high transaction fees. This system is also more private than traditional payment methods and is only accessible with smart contracts and the blockchain. So here's another important part of Orchid update that I'd like to talk about. If you just have a look at Orchid in the last year, I'd say one of the cheapest point that Orchid was around 15 cents, US cents. And if you go to the most recent 3 months, it's been well over 50, 60, it's been well over 90, 92. It's been doing really well in the past few months. Now obviously it's gone down, it's gone up, but it seems like it's a very normal and easy to understand trading behavior. None of this seems artificial to me. So that's part of the good news, believe it or not. Because if cryptocurrencies are supposed to be fully decentralized, it simply means no one person or group should have power to this one entity, which is what I like most about cryptocurrencies as well. So let's get into it a little bit more, right? Like I said, in the last few months, 3 months I'd say, Orchid has been relatively stable. Not extremely stable, because obviously it went from around 50 cents to around 90 cents. So obviously that's not the most stable, but it's been consistent is the word I'd use in this scenario. So now that we've taken a look at what Orchid is, now that we've taken a look at the current price, 57 cents, compared to an all-time high, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. So the next thing I'd like to have a look at is the Orchid blog, because obviously there'll be very useful information in every company's blog, including these cryptocurrencies. They strive on these blogs the most. So I do expect to see most recent news in these blogs. So we're going to be having a look at the split tunneling. We're going to be having a short, brief look at that. Here's something interesting. Revolut, the online bank, now listing OXT. That's huge. Revolut is actually a huge, well-known online banking application, sort of like Monzo and Monese. There's multiple online banks out there that operates through an app on your phone. Very clever, actually. And one of them, who's well known for selling cryptocurrencies, is Revolut, and they've just added OXT, Orchid token. That's huge. That's huge. Now, when I say just, I don't mean immediately, just now. I meant this was almost a month ago, around the 19th of April. Not exactly a month, but almost. And it's big news because Revolut is well known. It's got a lot of buyers. This, I guarantee you, excite a lot of people by getting more options of cryptocurrencies to purchase in an easy way through Revolut, because lots of people have this Revolut bank account. Therefore, they'll be eligible, if they're in the right region, to purchase cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Revolut on the Revolut app. That's awesome, because these things are usually very centralized, especially banking systems. So to see banking systems embracing cryptocurrencies like never before, I've got to say I'm a little bit proud. Here's a quick tip, guys. What does a VPN hide? Basically, it hides your computer identification number. Therefore, if someone were to intercept your information or your location, a VPN would protect you by using that unique number to jump around in different computers on the planet. Therefore, no one can accurately guess where you are in the world, because it's like being in thousands of places at the same time. It's really difficult to judge where a person is when they could be at several thousand different places at many times. You never really know. Here's something I support as well. Start using Orchid for just $1. $1. That's a good target for them. That's a good target for regular everyday people as well. This was printed on March the 25th. That's not too long ago. So as you can see, there's multiple reasons why Orchid could be doing well right now, or why Orchid is a sleeping giant. There's plenty of sleeping giants out there, and they stay small, but only for a limited period of time. And if you get in at the right time and they skyrocket, you're in luck. But if you get in one of those times when the market is already sky high, well, it's either that a lot of people are investing or a lot of people will be selling. So as long as you are willing to lose what you invest, it kind of makes sense. But then again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. So what is this? What is the split tunneling? That's a good question. No one likes traffic jams. Whenever you are in Mumbai, Moscow, or Miami, the experience is universally frustrating. But traffic jams don't just occur on busy roads. For the remote workers of the modern world, digital traffic jams can be a major problem too. For some, the everyday exchange of information that takes place online is smooth and seamless, but for others, it can be a frustrating as a slow crawl down a gridlock highway. So VPN, for all its benefit, they confer can be a major cause of online traffic jams. Why is this? A VPN acts as a secure encrypted tunnel that moves data from the complex road network that makes up the internet. When you use a VPN, all the data traffic is routed through this tunnel. The VPN treats all the data equally, no matter how important or sensitive it is or where it's going to be. For example, a Google search would make the same journey as a secure email or a document downloaded from an internet. That's interesting. So they're making it as simple as possible to understand that simply sending information around can be as simple as you guess, you know. But this is quite interesting. So I do find this quite interesting. Now, I always ask myself, will these cryptocurrencies 100x? And sometimes I genuinely do not know. But I gotta say, Orchid does have a lot of potential because a lot of people do value their privacy. And if Orchid can do this at a better rate to influence and reward users in an even better way, yes, I definitely see Orchid being a 100x cryptocurrency in the next 3 to 5 years. But that's a while away. 3 to 5 years is not just around the corner. When we get there, it will feel like it's been around the corner all along, but you still got plenty of time. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for educational purposes. But for all educational purposes, I must state Orchid does seem to have a lot of potential. I do quite like this. But apart from that, so what are my predictions? What are my predictions for the short term? Say 3 to 6 months or at the end of this year. What do I think Orchid could be? Now, this is still my opinion, and my opinion is my opinion alone and should only be used in the context of me, around me, in the presence of me. I don't have to ramble on about that. But guys, seriously though, Orchid. At the end of this year, I can generally see Orchid being around 75, maybe 80 cents US dollars and cents. So that'd be my prediction because right now, like I said, it's had a lot of highs and lows. It may look stable, but in many experiences, as you can see, Orchid has been up higher than you could ever imagine. So at the end of the day, you can only expect good things from Orchid. So here's something new. Cheap gas. Orchid Lab is using a X-Data drive down the cost of its VPN. Interesting. Very interesting. So it's no secret that Ethereum gas prices are high. That's why Orchid Lab is now using XDay blockchain to drive down the cost of its open source VPN service. Orchid Protocol, a decentralized virtual private network, enables users to buy bandwidth from a global pool of services providers, making it virtually undetectable to praying eyes. It's now added its support for XDay and other Ethereum virtual machine compatible blockchains so that the bandwidth can be purchased with an XDay instead of an Ethereum, avoiding the high fees are associated with the latter. So guys, that is that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my prediction of Orchid. I hope you guys enjoy my explanation of what Orchid is, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.